Hey everyone, I know it's been a while. I have been really healing, trying to heal, and healing and doing a lot of things for myself. Yeah, so that's where I've been. I'm still here, however, and I still have had a few, the stuff that we go through. We have a lot of things that I've been kind of pondering because I don't want to cover every single thing. Because then it keeps going on in your mind, and it just keeps feeding itself. It keeps feeding itself, and I've been letting go. And then something really weird happened yesterday. And, well, actually today. Today and yesterday. And I'll go into detail. So, if you hear any scratching, it's my cat. He's trying to get out the door. Come here, baby. Anyway, so, yeah, yesterday. I'm doing more meditation now. I'm doing a lot of that. And you all know I deal with the tarot and oracle cards. And basically, when I was meditating, I was focusing on a card that I have. I'm looking over in that direction. A card that I have. I didn't touch the card. I did not touch the card. And I'm going to show you how the card is placed and where I found it. So, mentally, I was concentrating on the card and how it was connected to healing, and how I was healing. And I spent some time after that. I spent some time in my meditation center, where I have a little meditation center going. Okay. So, yeah. So today, I got some stuff yesterday to kind of place around my meditation. You'll see it. I'll show you. Some leaves to decorate my meditation center. And I found the card. The card was in the weirdest place ever. And really my attention was brought to it because I was twining the leaves around this meditation center. And right now I'm going to go ahead and show you the card placement, and show you where it was. So it's going to be a little shaky because I'm going to be moving, so video might not be perfect. I'm just relaying this to you. And sorry, that's the cat scratching, so I'll probably just let her out. Hold on. Oh, she let herself out. Okay, here we go. Whoa! Okay, I don't know if you can see this. Okay, this is the card I was looking at. Right? It's a fairy card. Okay, so, and I'll get into significance of fairies later. Also, too, I don't know if you can see this. It's got a niche in there. That card is secure in a niche. See that? That is a niche. That goes in there, and it lays against there, right? So, that's where it is. It's got the niche. It's in there. It's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. I do have cats, and sometimes they jump up on my stuff. But, in order to reach this card, and pull it down, the cat would have had to, let's see, the cat would have had, yeah, the cat's not that tall. So the cat would have had to at least been up here, possibly. Down here, I doubt it. Maybe. Maybe down here, nothing's moved. And the likelihood that the cat could have reached the card from there is iffy. Very iffy. The cat's not that tall. Let's use this cat in reference. About the size of a cat. You see, it's not reaching the card. See what I'm saying? Like, the cat would have, like, probably had to have been up here to really grab a hold of that card. You see what I'm saying? That's size reference. Okay? So yeah. So I found this card. Now, so I found this card. Okay, see where this is at? Doodly doodly doo. You see my stuff. This is a ways away. In reference. Look at that. I'm gonna kind of a ways away. Sorry about the mess. I'm cleaning it up. Let me close the door again. Sorry about the video moving around. Okay. So this card, now the leaves, I was putting the leaves on because I was thinking, oh, I'm going to put some leaves around my meditation center. I like a lot of floral stuff, a lot of leaves. So this card is turned around and was over here, like this. Behind this tree, the leaves weren't there. It was like this. Some weird variant. It was like really weird. Oh God, how was it? It was mostly, it was like nearly, but you see, the leaves weren't there. This was here, and this was like sticking in between this. You see what I'm saying? It was down there. So the cat somehow stretched all the way from here because nothing was moved on here. This is perfect. And nothing was moved over here either. Somehow the cat got the card out of the niche, just this card that I happened to be really focusing on yesterday, and also thinking about my meditation center and being in my meditation center. Anyway, so the cat stretched up and somehow got this card, even if it fell somehow. I mean, it wouldn't have gone that far. I mean, maybe. But anyway, so it was in this weird place. It was switched around. So, I don't know. I'm asking you. Did this cat stretch up all the way to this, grab only that one card, not knock anything down at all, and not knock anything else down? Didn't knock anything else down, and have the card over here in between the... Really, really odd, right? I mean, I'm just asking. Isn't that very, very odd? Again, this is a niche. This is really secure. Takes a lot to really knock down. Okay? I'm just asking. Kind of weird, huh? Anyway, so that's where it was. It was in between this, and like I said, it was because I was twining these leaves that I was planning to put on my meditation center. And again, yesterday I was at my meditation center working on meditation because it's good for you. Anyways, so that's weird, right? And again, this is something I was thinking about. It wasn't something I shared. I didn't share this with anyone. It was all in my head, focusing on the card, thinking about my healing, meditating, doing the healing. Yeah. Okay? Okay, theory 2. People who talk about fairies, working with fairies, saying they're mischievous. Somehow, did the spirit of the fae, invisible fae spirit, of the card, of the spirit realm, of fae realm, knock this card, put this card purposely over here, you know, to be like communication. It was the fae communicating to me. That's another question, because that's in the spiritual community. Some people believe the fae can communicate with you. Now, if I go into the realm of the other stuff that people have theories over, okay, sorry about the movement here, about the whole idea that, you know, the surveillance and the stalking and stuff, and brain, mind reading and all that stuff. You know, so, you know, did the cat do it without knocking anything down? There's a possibility. Did a fairy fae spirit do it? Could I have, this is another theory out there too, in some way, maybe while in dream or something, moved it in a way of spirit by location, you know, could I have done that? There is a theory out there that people can move things with their mind. And again, I've had an out-of-body experience. I'm going to talk about that again, and my army experience with out-of-body location and possible mind reading through meditation, and I'll talk about that in another video because I feel it's relevant. Or did someone come in and move the card, knowing what I was thinking? Those are options. I'm not saying, like, yeah, all of those sound pretty crazy, right? I want to know which one sounds more realistic. Which one sounds more realistic? Now, again, nothing else was moved. Now, I know it's really messy, I'm only on the floor and stuff, but I tell you, I know, on the top of that thing, it's perfect. Nothing was moved. On that one shelf, nothing else was moved. Now, I know when the cats jump on stuff, they knock stuff down. And I've seen them knock stuff down. But to have something so connected to what I was strongly thinking about, and then have it materialize in such an odd, different way, is very interesting. So it was connected to the mind. And here we have another theory. Is this mind matrix stuff? Is this, okay, in the spiritual community, you have the idea of the 3D holographic reality. Okay? So it connected or controlled through the mind. And you can go into the whole matrix theory of the brain-controlled matrix. You could do that too. These are all theories. I know this sounds crazy to some people. However, it is empirical because it did happen. Like, obviously, I can't prove it. I know that this, me saying that it happened isn't proof that it happened. And I'm not trying to tell people, like, I'm not trying to persuade anyone. I'm just putting this is what happened, okay? This is what happened to me. If you don't believe me, it's fine. You can just switch, you can go look elsewhere. You don't have to listen to me. For people who have had certain things happen like this to them, have you had things happen like this to you? And I want to, and this is not the first time I've had weird things where I've thought about something and it happened. Again, with like when I was talking about the trigger that they use, and I would think about it, and a certain person, oh, this person's going to do it, and they would do it. Or even before then, like some mild stuff, kind of, in the past, even before all this, like, weird, like, this whole Gangstalking stuff came into my knowledge, or my reality, my inner whatever. I want to know. Like, this is like a discussion. And I'm sorry if I haven't been getting around to everyone's comments. I plan on doing that. I have been staying away. I have been healing. And I'll share some of that with you. I don't know. Like, what is it? What do you think it was? Out of all the theories I just mentioned, what do you think it was? Could I have done it? Could a Fey spirit have done it? Could someone have just come in and done it, but knowing my focus and knowing what I was thinking about? Because they would have to have. That's so. It's not random. That's the thing. These things aren't random. I'm not. It's funny because schizophrenia, because I know that's the common term that people like to use a lot, did not move that card. It didn't. Schizophrenia did not move that card. Something moved that card. If it had fallen, it wouldn't have fallen that far. There's no fan in this room. There's no air circulation. So either the cat really stretched out or managed to not knock anything down, which is not their usual style. They usually knock stuff down. That's I'm like, okay. Because before I've had weird things like this happen. Okay, the cats. Okay? Didn't knock anything on the meditation thing down. Just perfect. I did not move that card there. What happened? What happens? Like, what are your thoughts? Because that is just the weirdest thing to me. I also have some other things related to the whole community stalking thing. with props and stuff. Again, I don't want to feed it, but there are a few things that have happened, and I'll do a video on that. I just don't want to feed it anymore, because I think, like, the more I talk about it, the more I feed into it. But this was really weird. Like, this was really weird. This wasn't just like, oh, could have been happenstance or whatever. This was really odd. I don't know. I don't know. You tell me. and yeah, like I said, schizophrenia did not move that card to where it was at. Okay? And yeah, I'm not making it up. If you think I'm making it up, then you probably shouldn't be listening to me, because I'd be a liar. Which I'm not. I am actually sharing this. This did happen. But I haven't made a video in a while, and this, like, really ticks all the boxes of, like, the things I would cover. And I gotta cover some stuff anyway. I can't just... obviously, the universe is not gonna let me walk away from this. I'm not gonna let me walk away from this. I obviously am meant to talk about this. I mean, it's... whatever. For anyone going through this, do the best that you can. Do the best that you can. Spiritually arm yourself. You're gonna have to. And when I say spiritually, I also mean psychologically, because spiritually, psychology is like one of the more scientifically closest ways, closest things you have to spirituality, because they're connected. Pretty much everything is connected. But anyways, getting off that topic. So yeah, I have a whole bunch of videos, topics that I can do now. I'm gonna have to make a list. And there are like a few weird things that I you know, I just hate giving them ammo, and what is wrong? What is wrong? What is going on? What is really going on? Are we in a matrix? Are we in the 3D holographic reality that the New Age spirituality talks about, which would actually, if you think about it scientifically, from our point of view, would be a matrix, would be a simulated reality. Anyways, I've had a lot of things happen like this, though, too, with things not quite like this. That's some movement right there. Like, sometimes I'll have things move, like when I think about them sometimes, and sometimes when I'm not thinking about it. And that's a little different. That's like less connected. I'll get into this topic in another video. But the more intense things that are usually altar related, it's usually on the altar. It's usually in a spiritual context. Although I have had non-spirit, like when I work in a supermarket, things fall. But you can, like, a customer might have placed it a certain way and it fell down, even though no one was around it for a long time, and it just ended up falling in a weird way. That maybe. We're going to cover a lot of things on this channel. And obviously, I can't get away from making videos because things just keep happening. The thing is not letting it get to us. And, you know, gotta be honest, it just kind of, it does. After some time, it does. And we all know this. We all know that, because we don't know. We don't really know what's happening. Something's happening, though. Something's happening. But anyways, I thought I'd get this out here. And pose the question. Out of all the theories that I've given you, which one happened? Which one is it? I think for my next video, I really want to talk about being in the military and the meditation session I had in a military. And I don't know if I haven't covered this to any full extent. I've mentioned it, and it preceded my out-of-body experience, which I'll get into. But it had to do with the mind. and meditation and mind glimpsing, having someone else glimpse my mind or make a comment about my mind during a meditation. That's interesting. Again, we were in the military. Anyways, that's going to be a whole nother video. But anyways, lots of stuff coming. But I have been healing. So when I disappear for a while, it's because I'm processing, I'm healing, I'm doing the inner work. Especially if you feel that you're going through this. It is really important that you take the time to cleanse your energy field, to cleanse your aura, to do everything that you can to cleanse yourself. It's very important that you do this, and to relax the mind. Okay? Relax the mind. Be focused, and don't let things get to you too much. You have the right to be angry, just don't do anything crazy, because, obviously that's what some people want. Always protect yourself, spiritually and physically. But you do have the right to have boundaries. And unfortunately, sometimes those boundaries are crossed. But you can do what it takes